Ladies, what you have to watch out for is your education on how you break away from me, when you break away from me, how it feels when you break away from me, right? Because when we were dating and married or whatever, you didn't think about breaking away from me. You were afraid of that day coming or happening. You were afraid of divorce. You were afraid of breaking up. You were afraid of me breaking away. So you didn't exercise any inner strength. You didn't exercise any spiritual or mental strength, or even any education on why or what happens when we break up. You didn't do any of that. So you just sat in there with me through the pain, the agony, the push and pull, right? The reminders of your childhood, why your mom did you the way she did you, or why your dad didn't love you enough. You wrestled with that. You struggle with that. And so now when you're reading and watching videos and you're educated, it's like, it feels odd. It's actually scary. And a lot of times what you do when you start getting that scary feeling, you start to hold on to regret. Oh, I don't want to break up. I know Leon is a little twisted. He's a little weird. He hasn't had therapy. His mom discarded him. His dad was alcoholic, whatever. So I shouldn't leave Leon. I should stay in there with him, hang in there with him like, I've been doing. That's what feels good to me. It feels odd. It hurts. But at least I still have Leon. And that's what you go back to. Instead of realizing now what you're about to go through, because you ask God for the strength. Lord, give me the strength. Now what you're about to go through is, now you're going through the storm, right? The storm. We've had the storm, the arguments, the back and forth, the cheating, the discarding, the gaslighting, all the things I've done to keep you in this storm, because I'm a stormy dude, right? So now the storm, and now when you ask for help, when you ask for God to help you, when you start going through therapy and you start reflecting on what your childhood was like, now you're starting to form ideas, thoughts, opinions, education. You're starting to form. Then when you start to form, you got it, right? You process it. Women are processors. Men, I didn't process anything but how to take flight. I was out. Now you're starting to process. Now you're starting to form. And it makes sense. And then you start to form, then you start to norm. When you start to norm, you go back to when you first met me, how you felt, right? Okay, now I feel good because we were healthy. Because I lied to you. I made you think that I was this person I wasn't. So you felt good. Now you're normally like, wait a minute. 4 years ago, Leon did this, and this. He hasn't kissed me on my forehead in 5 years. He hasn't told me he loved me. I had a lady I was dating, she said, Leon, you hadn't told me you loved me in 11 months. So now you're norming. Now you're back to yourself. Now you can relate to how your mom did you, how your dad did you, how I did you. So now we're all intertwined. And I'm still abusing you like your mom abused you or your mom left you. I'm still berating you like your dad berated you. I'm doing all these things. And now you're norming. And then you're going to mourn. You're going to mourn the loss of what you thought was supposed to be a marriage for us. You're going to mourn it. Right? So you're going to storm. You're going to form. You're going to norm. Then you're going to mourn. I learned that in the Navy. That's a leadership thing. And now that you're mourning, I'm starting to come back because I miss you. I'm afraid. But the biggest thing in all this is that I feel your detachment. And now I'm going to start sending you sweet messages. I'm going to start sending you reminders of what we used to do, how we used to hold hands, what we did when we first met 4 years ago. I'm going to start calling you. I'm going to start sending you pictures of what we were dating, how good we looked, how healthy we were, how much fun we had. Now that you're norming and you're mourning, you don't want to hear any of that because you're normal now. I had you on this up and down roller coaster, in and out, off and on, up and down, disrespectful, yelling, screaming, calling your names, putting you down, making you gain weight, making you drink more wine, making you smoke weed, making you cry, making you not want to go to work. I had you like that. And now you're like, oh, now guess what comes back? When God starts to help you, the church starts to help you, therapy help you, your mom help you, whoever's helping you. Now guess what comes back? Your vision. Now you can see. Because when you were crazy about me, you couldn't see a darn thing. Now you're like, he's not even that sexy. Leon is kind of weird. He's kind of off. He doesn't mean that. He doesn't even give me eye contact. So keep in mind, ladies, when you start to go through those processes and you're understanding what's going on, because now you sat down and you're giving yourself time. And this is the real self-love. You're giving yourself self-love so that you can understand what's going on. You can form, right? You can storm, you can norm, And you can mourn and you can understand it. And you can go through the process in a healthy way. So keep that in mind. I just want to drop that on y'all. When you're going through a breakup and you at the point where you're done, you're detached, and your heart doesn't have me in your heart anymore, and it's just cold. I can't handle it. I can't stand it. But you have it. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to move on. Don't fight it, because you can't do nothing about when your heart turns cold. You have a great day.